Okay, one new scale for anyone that's not done it. So I'm going to teach you for the first time. So E minor natural. So if you've done now D major, A major, and you've been practicing G major for a bit, you want to now try this scale, E minor natural, because it's the fourth scale that you need for grade 1 violin. So once you've learnt these 4 scales, you actually also need 4 things called arpeggios. But once you've learnt these 4 and 4 other things, you've done all the scales you need to do for grade 1. So this is a really good time for you to get ready for grade 1. Okay, so E minor natural, good news. It's nice and short. It's not as long as G major. It's only 1 octave. It's a bit fiddly. Funny facts about E minor natural. Number 1, it doesn't go on the E string at all. Huh. It starts on a first finger. And you also have to use your 4th finger. Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you haven't used it yet, little finger. Let's get it out. Let's do our finger workouts. So, starts on first finger. It actually ends on 4th finger on the A string as well. Doesn't go on the E string. And the final funny fact about it is that you have to remember to do a low 2 on the A string. So it's got a couple of fiddly patterns, but it's not very long, so it's not too bad. Okay, so let me show you it first. So I'm going to play it to you. It starts 1 on D, which is E. First finger on D is called E. It starts 1 on D. I'm going to play it to you. So 1 on D, normal 2 on D, 3 on D, A string, 1 on A, now low 2 on A, stretch your 3 a bit, normal 3 on A, and then you do a big stretch, big gap, 4th finger. You go back down again, 3 on A, 2 on A, 1 on A, 3 on D, 2 on D, 1 on D. Make sure you end there. Don't accidentally do a D string at the end, which sometimes catches some of my students out. Okay, when you do your 4th finger on the A string, you've got to make sure you've got a gap between your 3 and your 4. Can you see that? So on the A string I do 1, low 2, leave a gap between 2 and 3, and leave a gap between 3 and 4. Now, if you don't have a sticker for your 4th finger on your violin, obviously I can't put it on for you via the internet. Can't do that, sadly. So you are just going to have to guess where your 4th finger goes. But hopefully you're quite good at listening now, and you're going to realise that it should sound the same as your E string. It sounds the same, it's the same note. 4 on E, 4 on A, sorry, and E. Yeah, they sound the same. Sounds the same. And also, you just need to remember to leave a space, the same amount of space as you leave between 2 and 3. Leave another big space between 3 and 4. Okay? I think you can do it. You're just going to give it a go. Stretch your finger, see if you can reach it up. Okay, I'd like you to try it with me. One more tip for stretching your 4th finger. 1, your little finger's a bit smaller than the other fingers, so it won't be used to stretching as much. So it is going to have to just practice it. But if you make sure your thumb is in the right place, it will be a bit easier. If your thumb has crept backwards like this, or underneath the fingerboard like this, it's a really, really long way to stretch for your 4th finger, okay? As long as your thumb is opposite your 1st finger, you should be able to reach it, okay? So let's try it. Starts on 1 on D, and you climb up the D string first, okay? Ready? 3, 4. 1, 2 on D, 3 on D, A, 1 on A, 2, low 2, 3 on A, stretch your 4. Good, back down, 3 on A, low 2 on A, 1 on A, 3 on D, normal 2 on D, 1 is the last note. Stop. Anyone do a D accidentally? Okay, it's worth rewinding this video and doing that a few times with me, okay? But again, just keep practicing it slowly. Okay, so if you've learnt that scale, you've learnt all 4 of your grade 1 scales. Exciting.